Sometimes I repeat myself. I say words that you have heard already. I have given advice that you have taken or not taken. I say jokes or troubles that have brewed in my heart or revolved around my head. I repeat myself like a skipping record. Every song ends with a refrain from the beginning. Sometimes I don't know where I am. My head is in its own place, but also in yours, and it skips. A glitch in the application, all of a sudden, I don't know where I am. I repeat myself. I don't know if I'm in the present or the recent present. I don't know if I'm telling you, or I'm telling you for the first time, or I'm hearing it, or I don't know if I'm hearing it as I'm saying it. I might be in the past, when I first gave the advice with my own little spin of worldly wisdom. I might be where I first heard the advice, under my mother's arm, or in a shop by some talkative strangers, or sitting in front of the internet. I might be back, in that cold, quiet moment when I first needed the advice and didn't have it, did not yet hear it, and had to feel hollow and wait for the pain to scab over enough for me to move on. I repeat myself because I remember those feelings. I remember that isolation from the inside, and don't know if it's something that can be fixed, or if it's the problem that can only be weathered. Sometimes, I remember that I knew that advice all along, but it took pain. I knew it. I heard it. I memorized it. There was plenty of warning, but it took being warned, living through the problem by experience to give that knowledge form. I was like a square of cardboard that had to be damaged to be made into a puzzle piece. I was an igloo wall that had to be chiseled into a shelf. Sometimes knowing the answer is different than applying it. Sometimes being a different person makes the medicine unusable. Sometimes having a thought makes me more isolated, and I have to throw it off of my island like a rock and hope that it will bridge the gap in between us. Sometimes I have to repeat myself. I have to remind myself of those things that I thought I knew. I need to remember. I need to ingrain it. I need to make it part of me, because the only thing that I don't have to remember is to forget. So I make it repeat to myself. I hit replay. I get sicker the more that I realize that I've learned something for the first time, an additional time. Like forgetting about a tick, just as the world goes sideways with a snap of my neck. It's like a cut. It's like a cut that brushes against the counter. It's a bruise that I leaned on in ignorance. My emotions are injured. My mind is covered by a rash where it should make contact with additional ideas. I put the playlist on repeat and hope that by the time I fall asleep, I've learned to be a better person. I need to be a better person. I need to be a better person to justify all the pain that I've put myself through, pain that I endured in ignorance, so that I can justify all the pain that I endured in ignorance. I repeat myself to you, and to me. Hey, thanks for watching. This is a little bit different from what I usually put out, but then again, what I usually put out is all a little bit different in themselves because I get bored. I really like how this video turned out, and I loved every part of it, the performance, the writing, the editing down. Hopefully the sharing it is just as pleasurable as everything else was. Please like it and subscribe, and leave a comment down below telling me a little about yourself and maybe why you repeat, and I'll read it. I don't know if I'll get to answer it, but yeah. Have a nice day.